This is how my bag looks after I attached the lining, and here is the seam. It's almost invisible, and from this side as well. The zipper is closing and opening properly. For the lining, you will need according color zipper. It could be slightly longer. The ideal would get like the same size as your bag, but it can be longer. Then we will need pins. Of course, the lining material could be anything, any color you think would fit to your bag. Scissors, it's a marker, like it's a textile marker. Thread, pins, ruler and needles. And if you have, the sewing machine is great, but if you don't have, also you can stitch by hand, that's no problem, but I will use sewing machine with the zipper attacher presser foot. So here is my bag. This is the lining. I fold it in half with the right side inside because we will need two pieces, two half circles of the bag. And what I do, I put the bag on the top. I line it up correctly, and we will need to do the seam allowance. So let's say on the top I will do 2 centimeters because we'll be sewing in the zipper. We will need some more space. First of all, I just trace it rough, doesn't have to be precise. So we have something like this, and I know that I will have to add seam allowances. Because material is slippery, I will pin it in few places so the material stays. Now I trace the straight line on top. Now I know I need to add 2 centimeters on top. And I will do 1.5 centimeters on the sides. And I will try to draw a line from these new points. So, and now we are ready to cut out. There we go, we have 2 pieces ready for sewing in the zipper. Well, in order not to confuse you even more, just imagine this is the right side up of the one of the fabric, we place the zipper aligning the edges just like that, like right side with the wrong side of the zipper. I take my pins and I pin. So this we attached with the runner stitch and we are ready to go to the sewing machine. I'm already at my sewing machine. I thread the sewing machine already and I put the zipper presser foot. Here is my half lining and I want my seam to come like here. You can even see sometimes it's very visible on the zippers usually that you see the straight line. So I will sew here. Now when we get to the end, I want to show you what to do with this. You just move back like that, and we will need to fold this into triangle, just like that. And you see where I will have the seam allowance, like just like on that spot. I will do this small triangle, and I will sew. When I finish, I sew here few stitches more. So when it will look something like this after we finished our sewing in. Now we took off our running stitch. Now we need to do the same with the other side. Let's see where is the right side. This is the wrong side. So right side with the right side, and we need to do the same to line up like this way. You see? How should I explain? Just imagine if this will be the bag and this will be the lining inside. You would want the zipper to look this way, right? Outside. And when you open the zipper, you want to see the right side of the lining, right? So, and this is how you sew it in. I like to keep it closed, but be careful. And now I line up again, right side is the right side. I unfold and I align with the other side. Again, the same way as we did before. So I pin up. And of course, running stitch just to keep it straight and it doesn't move around. Go to a sewing machine again. So we did our corners. Now we are ready to sew the outside of the lining, but I just want to try and fit it in the bag and see is everything is correct. Yep, everything fits perfectly. And now imagine, yeah, but for now let's stitch the sides of the lining. This is our lining. I pinned the edges together, so we will have 1.5 centimeter seam, and it will be very easy to follow because when we are cutting out we trace this line, so I will be following the line and the edge. And now we sort of put those triangles, like the sides, together. And here maybe we will need the manual go over because it's too thick. And a few times. Okay, I think we are fine. This is what we get at the end. The last trick is maybe to cut a little bit here to release the fabric so it doesn't fall that much. Oi. So yeah. And we have our lining ready to put in the bag. After cutting all the threads and yarn tail, we are ready to sew our lining in. So just take our bag. We will need thread and the needle, thread according color to the bag. And we just put in the lining just like that. The most important that the corners are. The most important that the corners are lined up correctly. We will and now we are ready to get on with the sides. Make sure the zipper goes a little bit out so the bag doesn't get on the way, and we are ready to sew in. But basically I'm using a sort of back stitch. Just making sure that everything looks neat and you don't have too visible the thread, so, and make sure that all the stitch lengths are the same. This is how my bag looks after I attached the lining, and here is the seam. It's almost invisible, and from this side as well. The zipper is closing and opening properly. So what has left, we need to attach the bag strap. We can attach the ready ones you can buy in the shop, but also we can make one using the same cord, which I will show you in other short video. I will leave the link below and also there in the suggestions. Thank you for watching this video. Please press like button and subscribe to my channel not to miss any new videos. In this way I know that I will have to post maybe more videos about different topics. But until then, I just say goodbye and I see you in my next videos.